This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we got for you today is we're going to talk about Shayana Jenkins Hernandez. Now, this is the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend of Aaron Hernandez, the NFL player that got convicted of murder and then got sentenced, but then he deleted himself while he was in prison. It was a whole big thing. I think in 2016 or 2017 or something like that. It was a whole big scandal because Aaron Hernandez was a big name. He played for the Patriots, in the Tom Brady wonder years. He was the other side. He was the other weapon beside Gronk. For those of you who know football, I know a lot of my audience is men, so y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. But it was a super high profile case. It was really shocking for a lot of people because it kind of came like out of the blue. Well, the girlfriend had a baby by Aaron. Okay, now the reason I'm going into who Aaron was is because he was with the Patriots during those years where they were winning Super Bowls and stuff. And he was not a slouch at all. So it wasn't like he was a bench rider or second or third string where he wasn't making a lot of money. As a first stringer and at the top of his game, one of the top in his position at that time, he was making a substantial amount of money, playing football until that case hit. So he was basically, he had money. He wasn't like on one of those rookie contracts or lowball contracts. He was being paid top money for his position. So when he got convicted and then he deleted himself, he had no will or anything like that in his estate because Shayana was not his legal wife. His estate and things like that went to his young daughter that he had with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an article to you guys to catch you up because this is a lot. Okay. We're going to see the single Black mother fail her children when she don't even got a fellow. So, I mean, a little girl done already gonna have it hard because of who her father is or was. And this chick making it worse. So, okay. Go ahead and I'm gonna make this bigger so you guys can see it. All right, gym fees, online shopping, bounce checks. Ex-fiance of Aaron Hernandez accused of misspending money meant for couple's young daughter. The fight started in September when Shayana Jenkins Hernandez said she couldn't afford the $10,697 bill for her daughter's dance lessons. So the former fiance of disgraced New England Patriots star Aaron Hernandez asked a court-appointed trustee to pay the bill from a trust fund that had been set up for their daughter AVL after Hernandez died by self-deletion while in prison for a murder in 2017. But the trustee, attorney David Schwartz, said no. By his calculations, Jenkins Hernandez already was receiving a separate source of funds outside the trust. $150,000 a year or more from Hernandez's NFL pension and Social Security that was supposed to pay for the 10-year-old's daily expenses. So what this is saying is that the trust fund was something separate from the NFL pension and Social Security. Okay. Or I guess we can read it that the source of money for the fund was his pension and his Social Security. Okay. to pay for the 10-year-old's daily expenses. He couldn't imagine why she needed more. Then Schwartz reviewed how Jenkins Hernandez had been spending the money, more than $36,000 on clothing, including maternity wear, because she got pregnant again by somebody else, right? After all of this went down. Almost $40,000 on home goods, $25,000 shopping online, $11,000 in self-care, including gym fees and visits to hair and nail salons. There is reason to question whether the expenditures were for AVL's benefit, said attorney Robert O'Regan, who is representing Schwartz in the court dispute. To be fair, this little girl should have a decent life with what her father left for her. No one would complain if there were reasonable expenses. We're talking about over-the-top or otherwise unrelated expenses to AVL, or is it IVL? Anyway, I'm sorry. Now, Schwartz and Jenkins Hernandez are locked in a battle over who controls the money that remained after the death of Hernandez, who hanged himself in prison after being convicted of murdering Odin Lloyd, the boyfriend of Jenkins Hernandez's sister. Just a few days before his death, Hernandez has been acquitted of a separate double murder in the South End. When Schwartz declined to pay AVL's dancing bill, Jenkins Hernandez promptly asked a Bristol County probate judge to remove him as trustee, arguing that he was potentially forcing the child to give up her favorite extracurricular activity. Jenkins Hernandez, who gave birth to a second daughter by another man in 2018, insists she hasn't improperly spent money, and the money from the trust fund should be available when she needs it. Mind you, when she needs it. Since Aaron's death, my sole focus has been raising and providing as stable a life for my children as possible, wrote Jenkins Hernandez in an email to the Globe. All monies I have spent have been with this singular focus in mind, and this will continue to be our focus going forward. Only problem is his money not for that second kid. That second kid don't have nothing to do with that trust, and the money actually should not be spent on that second child, not his. It's being spent on this child because this child is biologically his. You need to be getting a job and taking care of any subsequent children that you have. But we go to that's too much like right. Her lawyer, Stephen Withers, called the controversy much ado about nothing. What Shayana has done is focus on her children. Any allegation or any insinuation that she's spending money inappropriately or for any other purpose is absolutely false. Right. But Schwartz in court paper said Jenkins Hernandez appears to have broken the rules, and he has asked that she be removed as AVL's conservator, a court appointment that allowed her to set up the trust fund Schwartz now administers. If she loses that role, a new conservator would receive Hernandez's pension and Social Security checks and decide how the money should be spent. The downfall of Aaron Hernandez was one of the most shocking in American sports history, as the Patriots star tight end was revealed to be a brutal killer, exposing an ugly underside of the NFL. The Boston Globe Spotlight team found that Hernandez had long been prone to wild mood swings and sudden violence. After this, his brain showed signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, which can be caused by repeated blows to the head. But the warning signs were overlooked as long as he was catching touchdown passes. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Here's the deal. So we got all of the details of the money. She had a source of funds, which was the trust fund or whatever. And she's spending it. She's mismanaging and misusing that money for that child. She's going to misuse all of that money. She's going to spend all of that money, and that baby going to get 18 and not have nothing. Okay? That's what that's about to be. Because she wants to maintain the lifestyle that she was experiencing while she was with Aaron and when he was alive and playing football. Only problem is you don't make millions of dollars a year in contracts. So you can't upkeep and maintain that lifestyle. I don't know why you didn't have that trust fund. You were supposed to be managing that and increasing it if possible. Go and get you a regular job. Go and take care, move out of the little mansion or big home or wherever y'all was at. Go get a modest home or a nice apartment, move into a decent area, get you a job, and take care of your kids. And I don't know why that's so hard. But like I said, she's trying to stunt, she's trying to floss, she's trying to go this place and that place and do this thing and do that thing. You know what I'm saying? And she's trying to basically be this this chick, this boss chick. You know what? I thought I was finished with the article, but I'm not. Let me go back because I thought I was at the end of it. Let me go back because I thought this was the end. Okay. Jenkins Hernandez, who started dating Hernandez when both was in high school in Bristol, Connecticut, testified as a prosecution witness during the murder trial, but has insisted her fiance was innocent. She told jurors that the day after the murder of Lloyd, she removed the box from the couple's 7,100 square foot North Attleboro home. See, 7,100 square feet. That's huge. That is a huge place. Okay. I'm going to skip it down a little bit. Nothing could bring back the high-flying lifestyle she once knew. At one point, according to court documents, her daughter AVL was receiving public assistance. And because Jenkins Hernandez and Hernandez was never married, he died without a will. Any assets would go to AVL, his sole heir, not to her. Jenkins Hernandez does not have a job either, according to her attorney. Even so, the settlement of Hernandez's estate, including the sale of their North Attleboro mansion, brought Jenkins Hernandez some financial stability. The trust administered by Schwartz paid for her current Rhode Island home. So they paid for a home and all related expenses. So you got your living expenses as well as AVL school tuition. So that's taken care of. That's all you need. Separately, Jenkins Hernandez directly receives Hernandez's pension and Social Security payment, right? Although Schwartz said those funds too are supposed to be spent exclusively for the benefit of her daughter. As a conservator for her daughter, Jenkins Hernandez was supposed to file annual disclosures for the last several years as to how she was spending the money. But in court papers, Schwartz says she only recently began submitting them. Schwartz was shocked by what he saw on the expenditure forms, tens of thousands in what he called questionable expenses, such as $4,800 in charges at Harrods. Harrods is expensive. That seemed to benefit her more than her daughter. She made almost $30,000 in ATM withdrawals and paid $13,000 in bank charges, mostly overdraft. So you just spending heedlessly and recklessly. There is every reason to question whether and how Jenkins Hernandez is applying the significant resources that should be available to pay for AVL's daily needs, including dance lessons, especially since all of her basic housing, security, and educational expenses are paid from the trust. Exactly. Schwartz was particularly concerned that Jenkins Hernandez reported spending $39,000 on education, including $3,700 for Bay Path University, a private university in Western Massachusetts. AVL is not in college, wrote O'Regan, and her school bills are already paid for. Jenkins Hernandez also spent $12,000 on something called Ask My Accountant. Neither Jenkins Hernandez nor her lawyer would explain what this is or discuss any of the specific expenditures. I filed the accountings on her behalf and feel comfortable they were appropriate, Withers said. Questions can be answered. Everything she has done has been wholly appropriate, and I look forward to this matter being beneficially resolved and this distraction put behind her. All right? So I don't need to, it says down here, currently the fund contains $700,000. Really? $700,000? That's what you done dwindled it down to? I don't know what it was before, but it had to be more than that. It had to be $1 million at minimum or in excess of that. You've spent in excess. Right? Anyway, let me stop because that really is the end of the article. And this is why Black single mothers are the failures of the community. Not only is she mismanaging money trying to live a lifestyle that Aaron would have been able to provide her had he still been here and playing for the NFL, she being selfish at the extent of her child. Single mothers typically sap away generational wealth recklessly. This is an opportunity for her daughter to have generational wealth, a leg up. They never give their children a chance, or they take away the advantage that the fathers have given their children, regardless of who Aaron was and the circumstances of his death and his sentencing and the trial and all of that sort of thing, she already gonna be marred when people realize that's her father, because that name and that legacy is tainted to a certain degree. But at the same time, his money was left to her automatically. She was his next of kin because he wasn't married and he had a child. So therefore, that biological girl of his is his legal next of kin, but she's not an adult. So therefore, this is where you get the trust and all of these other mechanisms put into place to preserve the money and not just give it to the mother because it's not the mother's money. She's not the heir. Okay? So, but now you are utilizing, regardless of who Aaron was, he left generational wealth to his daughter. That's the end result. The end result is he had enough money that she could be leagues ahead by the time she hits 18. But instead of cultivating your daughter, learning about finances yourself so that you can teach her, so that you can manage it properly, so that it's not just going to waste, you waste the potential of generational wealth. She could have built upon that, but no, all you know how to do is consume. She's mad because she didn't get to marry him legally and therefore be the one in complete control of the money. They would have been broke had it not been a trustee and stuff like that. If that money would have been, it wouldn't even be $700,000. She'd be in the negative because you overdrafting anyway from your bank. Because you just spending, you're not even counting it. This is that poor poverty mindset. Not even counting it. Don't even know how to count it or preserve it. You're just spending it. All you know how to do is consume rather than increase it, live modestly, preserve it, increase your daughter's wealth. The wealth that she's going to have when she becomes an adult. And they don't know how to do that. These women do not know how to do that. All they know how to do is spend and drain and consume and eat. They don't know nothing about multiplying and adding value to things. Ain't no man that'll add no order to nothing. She trying to fight it. And her child is going to pay for that. AVL might grow up, if she realized what happened, why she got 18 and don't have nothing and have to start where everybody else started when she didn't have to, she gonna learn to resent that woman. She gonna learn how to resent her mama. So you spent all my trust fund money? So I ain't got nothing because of you? Because she ain't going to get no hair and nails did. She ain't going to just shopping online. That baby ain't doing that. So this is all you. And then that girl is going to end up hating her. This is the failure of these single mothers. When they don't have no order, it's all chaos and it's all craziness. And their children suffer no matter where. Because they try to claim the narrative why they struggle and do all this kind of stuff is because the men are bums. Aaron was a bum in a different way. But he had money. He had a lot of money. He was rich. He may not have been wealthy, but he was rich. And that money and that estate was left to that daughter, and you squandered it. One of the worst things you could do, just squander it on nothing. Taking trips, trying to spot and bop and look good. Girl, bye. You are a single mother. Deal with it. Take care of your children like you're supposed to. But she want to stunt and floss with money that she do not know how to make. She does not know how to get to the bag. All she know how to do is waste the bag. Fumble the bag. That's all she know how to do. And it's disgraceful. Her daughter is not going to have the advantage that she should have had because of her mama. Because of her stupid, reckless mother. No value system. No nothing. Nothing to save her. Nothing. Just in the lost value system the whole way. Wealth and leisure at the top. And you just spending wealth and you don't know how to. Anyway. I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. This is how they do. Whether the man had a lot of money or a little money, this is their mindset. And y'all want to say single mothers are the backbone of the community. Man, if y'all don't knock that off. Anyways, before we cut out of here, I want to draw everybody's attention to the fact that you could go to crimsoncure.com and you can pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, which is on sale now. We're going to have some updates really soon as to when you can expect to have that book in your hand. So I'm super excited about that. And like I said, that link is in the description box. And also what I want you all to do is jump down into the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.